It's Monday. Let's have a catch up. So, hello. My name's Sam and this is my channel. So let's sparkle with Sam. So it is Monday and it is my Monday catch up. I have had a busy week this week. I seem to say that every single week. If you watch my vlogs regularly, then thank you very much. And if you're new here, you're very welcome. But if you watch my vlogs regularly, you'll know that I'm quite a busy lady. I'm quite a prolific sewer. I also work in a fabric shop and sewing school. So sewing and fabric is pretty much my life. If you think you might like, to know a little bit more, then don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, and to subscribe if you don't already, because it's always lovely to get new subscribers. So before I forget, because I always do, what I am wearing today is I am wearing the Batwing top from So Different Patterns, and it's just the simple basics one. It's so easy to make, and it is in this lovely Bornella Fabrics, totally forgot then, Bornella Fabrics fabric. I think it was French terry, certainly has a French terry feel. If it's wrong, then I'll pop it down below. Yeah, and it's like a batwing, as you can see. Now, I'm not a leopard print, animal print person at all. And if you look very closely, it's not animal print. They're little ladies. I love this fabric mainly because I love the colour. I love green. I've got it on. It's very cold in the UK recently. I'm going to try and not be the weather lady, but it's very cold and it's still very cold. So I've got this was actually a me-made Freya top that I hacked to have more of a kind of higher neck from some rib fabric. And I wear it... I'm wearing this pretty much on rotation at the moment under lots of other tops. So I need to make myself some more plain Freyas. I must put that on my list of things to make, because it's just one of those things that I'm so into making everything else that I forget about the basics sometimes. Am I the only one that does that? But yeah, so I do need to put that on my list because this one's pretty much on rotation. Yeah, and I'm wearing it with a pair of cord trousers that I got in the sale from Fat Face, and they were only £15 and they are really lovely. I did have to alter them because I always have to alter ready to wear trousers, but the alteration was literally just a little bit of a nip in at the waist, and because I'm basically on the high street, I'm in between a size 10 and 12. So I buy a 12 and I always have to nip it in just a little tiny bit. And because I'm an 11 on the high street. And I always have to take my trousers up by about 3.5 inches because I've got a long torso and short legs. So there you go. If I manage to get a picture today, I'll try and do a full length picture and I'll pop it up here. If not, you'll just see me pointing at my astronaut and my earth over there. So yeah, my crocheted astronaut from my lovely friend made me, and the plushie earth as a reminder of my space camps time. So people often ask me what I've got around, so I do try and let you know. Talking of which, I don't know whether you can see this lovely little lady here. It's not necessarily sewing related, but I thought I'd just share with you. So on Saturday, I went to my local crafting shop where I rent a shelf. I needed to pop some more stock in there because the shelf was looking a bit empty. But I always look around all of the other shelves. And there's a lady in there that does decoupage. I've already kind of utilised it. So I'll take my jewellery off. So you can see it a little bit more clearly. I've got my lovely stars that my lovely Simon bought me. And I've got my Tatty Divine Planet, which I just love. And my lovely little jewelled stars. That was a present when I finished space camps. So here she is. And as you can see, it's a lovely wood turned mannequin And then she's just made it really modern with this really funky decoupage. And I just kind of fell in love with it, really. And I tend to, when I take my jewellery off, I'm one for losing jewellery all the time, because I take it off and I put it in a pot, but I don't remember which pot I've put it. I'm terrible. Yeah, and I thought, actually, I can use this lovely lady for all my special things. So it's my birthday next week. And when I went into the craft shop, I thought, you know what? I'm going to treat myself. So I bought myself a little early 50th birthday present to myself because, well, I just think she's lovely. I love the juxtaposition between the kind of old and the modern. I love the female form. I think it's beautiful. And yeah, I just liked it, and I just love it. So yeah, I treated myself, and I hope that's okay. So I know now you're saying, okay, Sam, so what have you been actually making? What I've been making, now this is a secret surprise that I haven't been, a lot of today's are things that I haven't been able to show you, and now I can show you. So the lovely Adam from Adam Sews released his sofa caddy. He also released 2 other fantastic patterns, so please go over to his channel. I'll pop him down below to go and check out his other patterns. But I was always very interested in this one. Now, I have actually got a sofa caddy pattern of my own that I did for Always Knitting and Sewing, and if you go onto there you can see it. It's very different to Adam's. Mine isn't bound at all, but I was really interested to try this one, and I have to say, Adam, I really love it. It's absolutely fantastic. So as you can see, it's all bound, it's quilted. You've got the pockets at the side here. I've just put 3 pockets in. Now, as you can see, I've put the little Specky Seamstress scissor label on because I've added a ribbon, and the ribbon holds the scissors. And that way, because I don't know about you, but even if I've got a pocket for my scissors, when I'm on the sofa, I'm always, you know, they'll just end up everywhere. This way, I've got the little ribbon on there. It's long enough for me to take it to wherever I want to do it, but it always goes back in there. The other feature that I love is this pot that comes on and off. The reason that I love that it comes on and off is because it makes it easier. I can then bring this up to my sewing room. I can fill it with anything that I need to fill it with, and then I can take it back down to the sofa without having to bring my whole caddy upstairs. Now, Adam suggests that you make a little pin cushion. What I actually made is I made a little needle minder from the same idea, but instead of stuffing it, I just put a magnet inside it. I knew that would be useful for me, but I love this little kind of clip holder. And then here I've got a little pocket, and as you can see, I've put the Specky Seamstress glasses because that's for my glasses. So, and because I used Liberty fabric, I put a little Liberty label on. And then on the back, I just used some nice hard wearing, oops, my needles. I just used some hard wearing denim on the back. Now this project is fantastic, but I find it really difficult to photograph. So I hope that you enjoyed kind of seeing it in the flesh, and if I do manage to get a decent photograph of it, I will pop it up there. But I just wanted to say thank you, Adam, because it's brilliant. It's brilliant, and I know I'll use this a lot, and more than that, I know I'll make one for someone for a gift, maybe even more than one. So yeah. What else have I been doing this week? So I've released my Smash the Stash. Do you know what? I should have really thought carefully before I came up with that idea. My Smash the Stash video that for January. So all of the things that I made in January out of my stash fabrics, I've released that. I'm so pleased with how most of them turned out. Not so much one, but you'll have to watch the video to find out why that is. And then I've also released my new fabrics. So this week, mainly yesterday, I have cut out a couple of the fabrics ready. So I'm definitely on track to be getting them done in February. And I have to say, I'm really enjoying the motivation of having that as a challenge, because it means I'm getting stuff done. So that is good. Now, I'm going to get my list out because I'm going to forget. And every time I do a Monday catch up, I get to like Tuesday and go, oh, I forgot to tell them this. I forgot to tell them. So I'm going to have my list so I can try and remember as much as I can. Now, last week I left you and I said I was going to go into work and I was going to cut out the Marnie from the lovely fabric that Ruan, that I bought from Ruan from her D-stash. Now, I did go and I cut it all out, the Marnie in the size 4, and the fabric, although the fabric design was lovely, I've never really worked with a lot of viscose crepe before, and I found it really, really difficult to cut out. And as I was cutting and putting it together, I was thinking, I don't actually like the feel of this. And I'm quite a sensory person. And I just thought, oh, I don't know whether I'm actually going to like this on my body. So what I've done is I've stopped the process for now. I've got a little bit left over. I might make myself a little cami top or something out of it to just see how it's on my, if I can bear it on my skin. Otherwise, I think I might have to stop that project and try it in a different fabric. It's such a shame. It's difficult, isn't it? That's why fabric shops are great, because you can go in, you can actually touch and feel. But there's nothing wrong with the fabric. You know, the fabric is beautiful and I love the stars. I think it's absolutely lovely. But the feel of it for me, I'm just not sure I can bear it on my skin. So, yeah. And I didn't realise that until I actually started cutting it out and was in close contact, as it were. So watch this space on that. I'll let you know what I decide to do. But at the moment, it's just in the bag. So, yeah. I have been very busy at work. We have launched our new website at work. So I work at a fabric shop sewing school called Carolyn Rose, and we have launched a new look website. So if you fancy just going and having a look, I'll put the link to the new website downstairs and you can have a little look. They've got nice little kind of things about us all, and you can meet the team, one of which is me, and it's just, yeah. And if you like the layout, or if you don't like the layout, if you think that there are things that could be improved, then please email us at Carolyn Rose, because it's, you know, it's always good to get good feedback about, you know, when none of us are website designers. We're just going to put our hands up now. None of us are website designers. We're all just creative people doing our best. So all of those things would be, you know, all positive feedback would be encouraged. So, or constructive feedback, I think is a better word, isn't it? So yeah, the other thing I said that I was waiting for was for some zips. Now the zips from First for Fabrics, they came along, and I have actually inserted the zip in my bomber jacket. So my bomber jacket with that lovely fabric Godmother Sherpa is 90% finished. I can put it on and I can twirl around in it, but I've got a couple of finishing touches. I think I want to bind the zip inside. It's all very cosmetic things, but yeah, there's a couple of things. So I won't show you that this week. I'll leave that to next week for when I'm happy with it. I have to say it has been a bit of a labour of love. I love that Sherpa. I love that Sherpa. I don't like sewing with that Sherpa. Because it is a pest. But, you know, I'll tell you more about that next week. So, yeah. And then because obviously with that Sherpa, I said I wanted to make a bag. And I'm still a little bit on the fence on whether I want to do a bag with it after sewing the bomber jacket. But I think I'm going to go ahead. I bought some lovely zips. So now this, I have Mandy Make It So to thank for this, because when I was chatting to her, we chat quite a lot. When I was chatting to her one evening or one day, I can't remember even when it was, and I was talking about zips, and she said, oh, you must go and check out this lovely lady. And she is called something like Doves, Zippers and Polished Pools, something like that on Facebook. I will pop it down below, or I'll pop it along here because I can't quite remember. Anyway, Mandy said, go and check her out. She sent me the link, made it all very easy. So I did. And the lovely lady there, Anne, I think her name is, she couldn't have been more helpful. She was so lovely. So I bought this continuous zipper because I wanted the black and the red to match my bomber jacket. And she had some lovely, should have taken them out of the bag, shouldn't I? Let me take them out of the bag now. And for me, these are proper red, you know, proper red. They're like metallic red pulls to go with them, and they'll just look great on there. And then when I was kind of looking, because you can't just buy one thing, can you? Well, I can't. I saw this gorgeous Galaxy zipper tape with this kind of metallic-y kind of, yeah, metallic-y design on the actual zipper, and I thought that was lovely, but I couldn't find anything on the zipper pulls, because the zips, she doesn't put the zips and the zipper pulls together. She has them all, you know, it's a little Facebook account. She has them all kind of in albums, and I couldn't see anything that would match that. So I just messaged her and said, look, I would like the red zip pull and the black zipper tape to match. I really like this Galaxy. I sent her a little snapshot of it. Could you just do some zipper pulls to match, and, you know, let me know. So she, no problem. She sent me my invoice. I paid it. She said they'll be in the post. Anyway, when they came, look at these. They're absolutely brilliant. They're the little rainbow ones. And they match just so perfectly. And they are beautiful. And they were only £1 each. And I think that's pretty good going, actually. So, yeah. Go and check her out. Pop it down below. She's a little one-man band. The service was second to none. They came the next day, I think. If it wasn't the next day, it was the day after, but it was very, very quick. And yeah, brilliant. Highly recommend. So yeah, and you know what it's like when you're trying to match things as well. If you can't buy them in a shop, and we don't have anywhere close to us that does that kind of hardware that I can go in and choose. So to have someone that can go, yes, no problem, I'll match it for you, I think is pretty amazing. So yeah, so that's mainly what I have been up to this week. I've been doing lots of kind of catching up with friends. I've also been oh yes, I've made great progress on my fleur dress for the Frocktails. I can't wait to show you that soon. I might do another little 50 and Frolicking catch up to let you know how I'm getting on with that. So yeah, the other thing that I wanted to tell you about is that I'm part of a little group online that's called Crafted with Love online, and it's like a sewing craft swap group. And it doesn't matter what your craft is. You can be sewing, it can be crochet, it can be knitting, it can be silversmithing, it can be jewelry making, it can be anything you like, anything you like. You just have to handcraft something and send it to a stranger. I did mine, and I obviously couldn't show you at the time, but I'll pop a picture of it up here. And I just wanted to go in a little bit more details because I've had quite a few questions about it. So I used this pattern here, and it's I bought it from Patch Fabrics when I was at the Stitch Festival, and it's by Emma Schilling. And this lady, she does lots and lots of the applique ladies, and this lady is called Margot, and as you can see, she's got all of the sewing accoutrements in her hair, and I made it into a book cover for a big planner size book. I just appliqued it all onto some felt, and then I backed the felt, and then I put some little elastic straps on, and then I bound the edges. Yeah, and it was a bit of a labour of love. It took some time, but it was a lovely thing to make, and it has now arrived at its destination, and I did get a nice little thank you back. So yeah, so I'm now got to be thinking about the next one, which is February, and the theme is love because it's February. So if you do want to sign up for that, I think the sign up goes out on the 1st of February. So I'll put the link down below to the group, and then you can sign up. And as I said, I've already made a start on what I'm going to make for February. So you never know. You might get a gift from me if you sign up, which will be quite exciting, I guess. Don't know. Maybe you don't think that would be exciting. I think it's quite exciting. So yeah, so I think that's it for today. I think that's all I've been up to. I think that's all I've been making. I have got a very exciting week coming up. And when I see you next, it will be the day before my 50th birthday. So I am going to do a little special video just for you on the Monday. And you may have a video coming in between as well, because I have pre-recorded a few, well, snippets of bits, because that's how I roll. So if you have any questions, comments, I love to keep the chats going in the comments as much as I can. I don't always get to talk to everyone, but I do my very best. I get a lot of comments, which is lovely. Really makes my heart sing. Don't forget to sparkle. See you really soon. Bye for now.